Hi, my name is Gleed, and today I'm going to take you through how to use the TRX successfully. So you could be using one of these TRX door anchors. This is one of the ways that you can set up and use your equipment at home. To do this, just take the main carabiner from your suspension trainer and attach it to your door anchor. Once you've got it attached to the little strap hanging on the end, you're then going to take this little pillow section, and that's the part that you're going to put over the top of your door. And then when you shut the door, ideally you're going to use a door that shuts in towards the frame so that when you pull it, it's going to be nice and secure. Now that's obviously where you can set it up at home, but if you are setting it up home, maybe in a garage, or if you're setting it up on a beam in some way where it's outdoors potentially, what you're looking for is to have this main carabiner at around about 6 foot, or certainly the equalizer look to be around about 6 foot. Another way of double checking this is to when you fully lengthen the straps, you're going to have the straps around about 2 to 3 inches off the floor, and that's going to give you the right height. Now we're going to begin these exercises with looking at a TRX side plank, and we're going to give you an option of a rotation. So to begin with on this exercise, we're actually going to move the straps to mid-calf height. Now just to make sure that you've got it in the right position, when you hang your straps, they should just be around about the middle of your calf. Then we're going to learn how to get your toes in. So take hold of the foot cradles, lie onto your back, place them over the top of your toes, put a little bit of tension on the straps as you roll yourself over, and we're going to make sure that you're starting in the right position. Your elbow is underneath your shoulder, and then once you've got your feet hung underneath the anchor point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift myself up into the side plank position, and then you've got the option of either holding for 10 seconds, or if you'd like to give yourself a bit more of a challenge, you lift your hips slightly and you rotate your body underneath and then back around. So you've got the option of either 10 seconds of holding and then rest, or give me 10 repetitions and then swap over to the opposite side. And ideally you're going to look at 3 sets of those as well. Now the second exercise we're going to have a look at is going to be a TRX Power Pull. Now for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to shorten your straps up to the top. So I'm going to take this adjusting tab and just use that adjuster, and I'm just going to tilt that and slide the strap to the highest point up to where this equalizer loop is going to be. Now what you can do to make sure the straps are out of the way and to stop them knocking against the wall or a door is you can put it into a single hand mode, where you just bring the handle through the triangle of the straps and then give that a little pull, and that's going to make sure it's nice and secure. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set you up in a position where your hands are level with each other. Now from here I'm going to extend one arm, so it's a single arm row, and then I'm going to rotate back, and I'm just going to just suspend myself in this position. Now to bring yourself out of this, it's all about focusing onto the shoulder. So I pull my shoulder back and down and reach up the straps. So this is your single arm power pull position. Starts from a single arm row, and then you have this rotation which you control and then bring yourself all the way back up. And again, I'm looking for you to do 3 sets of 10 on each side. The next exercise we're going to have a look at is going to be a TRX Lunge, and at this point we're going to use the accessory of a kettlebell as an option to make it hard if you want it to. So for this one we're going to bring the straps to that mid-calf height again. Now I'm actually going to keep the straps into that single hand mode, and it means that I can actually get myself in a really secure position. So what I'm going to do on here is I'm going to put one foot through both foot cradles, and once I've got myself into that position, I'm going to take myself down to a kneeling position, just so that way I can really make sure I've got a strong foundation and I've got my correct posture. So I've got my foot directly underneath my ankle and my knee, and I'm going to load up the kettlebell onto the side of my shoulder with my hand underneath it. Now from this position, get your eye gaze to be straight ahead, using your arm for a little bit of balance if you'd like to, and you're going to stand up using the kettlebell as an extra load if you want to. But if you are new to this move, then maybe take the kettlebell out of the equation just so you can get that range of movement and challenge the stability. Once you've done 10 on each side, then you're in a good position to start to build up strength and stability as well. Now the next exercise we're going to have a look at is called a plank press. Now this is quite a challenging exercise, so again you've got the option of just holding a strong plank position, and that's where we're going to start to teach you this exercise. Now again we're going to put our toes in. So a little bit of extra practice for you. You're going to take the foot cradles, lie onto your backs, put them over the top of your toes, tension on the strap as you roll it over to get you into a strong position. Now, we can do planks in 2 different ways here. We can set your arms like train tracks and extend your arms out behind you. And once you've got those arms extended and the legs are extended and you're holding that strong plank. Now if you can, place your hands down onto the floor. Now you've got a couple of options. You can go one hand and then a second hand, Or if you can, you could try and control it as you bring both hands down and both hands up, extending from the elbows. Now, as this is quite a challenging exercise, to begin with, why not just have a go at holding a strong plank, like we did with the side plank earlier. Hold it for 10 seconds, or if you're feeling a little bit stronger, try those plank presses and give me 10 repetitions. And again, try 3 sets. It will challenge your strength quite a bit. Now let's have a look at another standing exercise as well. We're going to have a look at a swimmer's pull. This is one of my favourite exercises. I use this a lot with the triathletes that I start to train. I'm going to bring the straps to mid-length. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand facing the anchor point, and I'm going to start with an offset foot position and my hands just next to my thighs. From here, I'm going to lower myself back with straight arms, and I pull my arms down to bring myself forwards again. So it's all about keeping tension through the core and tension through long, strong, straight arms. And I'm actually just using my feet to pivot forwards so I can change my body weight forwards and back. And I love that exercise, especially for swimmers and for triathletes as well. Now the last exercise we're going to have a look at is going to require you to come back down to the floor. We're going to bring the straps down to that mid-calf height, and this time I'm going to put my heels in. So I'm going to hold the foot cradles with one finger and one thumb. I'm going to lie on my back and place my heels into the foot cradles, and I'm going to get myself in a set position where my knees are directly above my hips. You've got a couple of options. If you want to, you can make sure that your feet are directly underneath your anchor point, hands down by the sides. And what I'm looking for you to do here is to push your heels into the foot cradles to lift your hips up and then bring yourself back down. And again, it's going to be 3 sets of 10 repetitions of this exercise. It's a really good exercise for working through the back of the hamstrings and through your glutes, and it will give you a really strong, stable posterior chain, working all the way down the back as well. So try some of these exercises, let us know how you get on.